Okay.
Happy evening. Welcome to Maheepathi Talks. As you know, because of this COVID-19, schools stopped working, colleges stopped working, but learning never stopped and sharing of knowledge has never been stopped. Eminent personalities like Pradeep Kumar sir has come forward to share their knowledge. Today's topic is career and introduction. I'm pleased to introduce today's guest speaker, Pradeep Kumar sir.
Good
A
evening, everyone.
senior professional a senior professional who has been put a lot of experience. Has got 3 decades of teaching experience, and he has been there working in various positions in various organizations. And he has got his own expertise in dealing with the soft skills and other areas. Uh, he has got corporate as well as academic experience in the areas of management, coordination of government and private industries, research and development of academic syllabus, audio video education at the plus 2 level, experience of strategizing the placement activities, and having varied experience with professional colleges. A postgraduate in engineering and also MBA with a final stage of project submission. And his strengths include creative problem solving, go getter attitude, strong initiative, attention to detail, obsession for quality, and a good team player. And he has, as a placement officer and faculty, handled different types of colleges with different capabilities of student and industry clientele, and created an impact due to his commitment and passion towards work all through 16 years of his academic service. Further to his credit, wherever he rendered his services, he was able to follow the system of continuous the momentum, a matter of pride and professional achievement. The most institutions have been they're not able to beat the records set by Pradeep Kumar sir. I'm happy and glad sir has accepted to deliver the talk for today, which is the need of the hour, that is career and introduction. Now I invite Pradeep Kumar sir to deliver the talk on a career and introduction.
Good evening, everyone. I am Pradeep Kumar. I got around 34 years of experience in industry as well as academics. I think total introduction has been done by Maheepathi sir. So now let us go to the introduction on career, because career introduction is very important factor for everyone, because career, how to choose a career is a first part of our life. We come across from the education, right from LKG to even graduation, post-graduation, everywhere. We start looking at how to progress. And we have to progress in one line where we will have a longer duration of our career. So here again, everywhere career is going to be talked more about. So we live more in career than other life. So the career is an important part in our life. So to start with our career, we should have very careful approach towards it, because we spend around 16 years to 20 years in our education. After that, our real life starts. Thus, real life is itself is career. So now let me start my presentation on career. This presentation initially talks about a definition, an introduction. This is only introduction. I am not going to talk about much about that. So only introduction. So here, definition of career. This speaks much about what is career. An occupation undertaken for a significant period of a person's life and with opportunities for progress. Here everything is detailed. I am going to discuss on this only 3 lines of presentation for 10 minutes, because this is the one which speaks about us, how it is going to impact our life. An occupation. Occupation means a profession or otherwise. So a profession, what we undertake and what we choose need to be, it is going to be impacting our life for a significant period, means a lot of period, a lot of our life, means around 30 years, 20 years, 40 years, 50 years, it will impact our career, our life, of a person's life. And with opportunities, thereby you, every day you are progressive, your change in your everyday even momentum is going to be even lifestyle, your money, your position, everything is going to change with the time. That is opportunities you grab, you grow with the time for a progress. This is also into positive side, progress side. So here, this introduction speaks a lot about what is actually a career. In this, there are many things we can see into this, because an occupation. First one is occupation. Occupation is, we talk about a laborer, he comes into the profession, if he is uneducated or little educated, he doesn't have a opportunity to go into select a occupation on his own. He starts his life as a labor, but there he looks its career. He starts as a labor. He works for construction company or something, like he starts working for our agriculture area. He starts using his energies to lift the sand, lift the brick and all. After some time, he wanted to do some expertise or skill work. So there the progression starts for a man. That is, he starts his career as a labor into construction work. Then he starts into second stage, where he starts working on even assistant to the mason or centering works. He take up, he starts looking at how centering will be done, and he start expertising into that. So slowly he learns to work on either masonry work or centering work. Slowly he builds up his career, and he one day he becomes a mason, and another next after 15 years or 20 years, most of them have become construction. They started their construction companies without any education. So this here, the career is not only for the educated, it is for everyone. So here the occupation undertaken for a significant period. He starts at 18 years, he goes on till 60, 70 years, he starts working, he keeps on working for the profession. So here significant of a person's life and with opportunities for progress. So every day he looks at his progress. He starts as a labor, then goes as an assistant to the mason or someone, and then he becomes a mason, then becomes a even contractor, then becomes a owner of a company, then he retires. This is the progress path. So everyone will have a career. So it is not restricted to educated, or it is not restricted to anyone like uneducated also. Everybody need to have a career. Now we will go for the second slide. This is about what is career. Actually, this is a change agent. Basically, it is a change agent. This change agent means every day we know that we will have every day to day we will have a change. Change is imminent for the human life, imminent for everyone, imminent for the society, imminent for even any living being or non-living being. Even living beings also got changes with the life, with the time. So career is also a part of change agent. This will change our life from one adolescence to mature to, so even what I say is fruit bearing, till fruit bearing means we get the outcome of our expertise. So for a professional graduate, career means a big change one gets in the society or life due to his or own effort. So this happens when we start working on our own, when we start looking at ourselves, where to land in, where to go, where to become ourselves as a leading personality or expert, or else into a limelight of the society, or else to become a most successful individual in your profession, or by money, or by name, or by running your family without any difficulties. This is called basically a change. This changes our life. And second one is positive change, is the indication of career progression. Now this is change one gets in the society or life, that is towards positive end of the life. So it is not that it is only one area. If it is going into the negative side, like a drunkard in a small family, he views the economy of the family. This is not a positive progression. It is also bringing the change, but it is not the positive progression. So that positive progression should happen in your career. Career means your individual life. Even that should impact your family life. That should impact your society. So everywhere it should be positive impact. So career should bring always positive impact to the society. So that is the career. So now I'll take up this third slide, a small presentation actually. This is a checkered board. Here many people are standing in the society, means this is the environment of your living. So here the people are around you. Some people are progressing ahead of you. Some people are behind you. And environment is carried by other people. Like a person living around is an environment for us. So whatever you decide, that won't happen, because the career is that it is influenced by many factors. If you are working in an organization, you are not going to be the one who is going to make a decision and implement it and get a success. It is other people who are impacted by your decision, and you are also the one of the person who is going to be impacted by others' decisions. So this will have an impact on your career, it means your progression. So here the environment is always like a chess. Someone wanted to go up, someone will pull down. Or if you are very powerful, then you can come up with your determination, your grit, and your focus on your career. So here, not only you who is going to have the impact on your career, the surroundings also going to help you to progress. So you have to make your surroundings very amicable, very progressive, and you have to be very congenial with everyone so that you start progressing. So these are few of the things which need to be learned before we go for the basic factors influencing the career. Here, this is the first slide. I am talking about important factors for anyone and everyone also. To have a better career, we need to know oneself. We need to know ourselves first. Here, this is called introspection. You should know what you are first. Once you know, understand what you are first, then it gives you what weaknesses you have, what strengths you have. This is SWOT analysis you can do, opportunities you can get out of your strengths, and what threats you get out of your weaknesses. So this, once you know yourself, then you think what I can do, what I can't do. Do's, do nots, you understand well. And you know, suppose a engineering graduate started with 4 years degree in CSE, one fellow is started in ECE, one person started with triple E. These three are looking at their career in different branches. But the people who are entering into this BTech, they should analyze where I am good at, whether you are good at mathematics and you are good at physics, chemistry, and whether you are good at some other areas, arts and all. So once you are good at mathematics and physics and chemistry, then you go for the subjects like any core areas like electronics, mechanical areas. And if you are good at mathematics and you are not good at physics and chemistry, then go for CSE. So such a way we should understand where we are strong, where we are weak. And if you are good at arts, you go for fine arts, you go for political science, administration, mass communication. There are many areas where you can look into. So basing on your interest, where your writing skills and communication skills are excellent, then go for journalism, mass communication. These areas are better for you. So marketing, these are the other areas. So we should plan, we should know what we are first before we decide where to travel, which path we have to take it. So knowing oneself is the first and foremost factor which influences your career. And second factor is knowing one's priorities. Then you should have a desires. When I was child, my mother used to tell me what you wanted to become. So every child, parents or relatives will ask them what you wanted to become. Then by seeing an inspector, police constable, and by seeing a teacher, by seeing a something minister, we say I will become politician. And sometimes we say I will become police, and sometimes I say I will become collector. Someone says I will become engineer. So these are all the general answers when you don't know what you wanted to become. But when you comes to intermediate, you should know what path you wanted to go. So this is called knowing one's priorities. So when you start taking intermediate from SSC, SSC is a general education till SSC. But when you come to intermediate, then you have to take your prioritizing your career. Then if you take MPC, you are truly into engineering side or technical side or mathematics oriented courses, mathematics and science oriented courses. And if you are taking commerce and all, you are into business and finance areas. And if you are into art side, you are into some other areas like fine arts or something, journalism, other areas where it is public related areas. So once you know yourself well, then identifying one's priority, knowing the priority, this identifying the goal will become easy. So first introspection, then you should know where you have to go. Once you understand this, then third factor influencing your career is knowing ways to achieve it. This is called planning. First one is knowing oneself is introspection, knowing one's priorities, identifying the goal, and knowing ways to achieve it is planning. Now you know where you wanted to go. You wanted to join BTech, you wanted to join BA, you wanted to join in some other course. Even what I say is one course like we can go for audio courses, visual courses, visual arts, something like where you are into Maya and some other softwares, you do a lot of work on creativeness. So any area you take it, that area you decide that this is the only my life where I wanted to live. So once you are decided to go into that area, then you can plan it, how to go it, what are the better colleges, what are the how to go into that, and what are subjects I have to deal with, and how to prepare for again achieving the right career in the field, and what are other progressive areas where I can look into after my intermediate and after my BTech, my graduation. Then you can think where to go, how to go, and then you start planning. Yes, this is the one step. Next step will be this. Third step will be this. Like that. In that again, there will be super specializations and multiple subjects you are going to read. So apart, basing on your interest and basing on your even thirst for learning, you can select a subject and then you can progress step by step. Then this planning, once planning is over, next one is step-by-step sequencing of planned objectives. Means you plan it. Now you wanted to go for 3 areas in BA. Like I wanted to do, I wanted to be into very good English. I wanted to learn good English. So English literature I take as a one subject. Second subject I wanted to take it as a psychology. Third subject as a mass communication. These 3 are sociology, something like. Then you have 3 subjects. So step by step, these 3 subjects you have to see again where you wanted to land. This is organizing. These 3 you should learn better. By the by, you should know which subject you wanted to become super specialized. Or if you are going for an engineering area, you are into CSC, your general subject you study, but you have again specializations now coming in, creeping in, like AI, ML, data sciences, or else earlier days we have super specializations in BTech, like some other subjects you select AI like as a elective subjects. So there you have to select which is the right subject to progress into next level of your life, where you really fond of living for next 30-40 years by upgrading yourself. So this you have to organize at the graduate level itself, step by step sequencing. So one by one, which subject we have to take, where we have to land for that, and second subject what we have taken, that where we will land, third subject which you are really fond of among these 3. Then you sequence the system. So according to them, you take only one, finalizing the domain to achieve it. This is goal setting. Once you organize this thing, you know among the 3 objectives or 4 objectives or 10 objects, you love only one. You cannot love 10 objects at a time. So out of in a family, if you have 10 people, you are very close to one person. So you never be close to all the 10 people at a time. So this is the way you start thinking yourself, and you set your goal in one subject whereby you are really fond of it, you love it a lot, and that is your life, and you feel that is your every dream comes out of that subject only, for that subject only. So this is the finalizing of domain to achieve where you wanted to. This is called goal setting. And final one is applying our total resources to achieve the goal. what we do once we did it, suppose I wanted to get my seat in IIM, that is true in operation management. So I am very fond of operating a organization, running it, and seeing its success day by day. So when you are fond of doing it, what you do is you take lot of effort to break what success in the cat. So from even BTech or MBA or sorry graduation, you work out on getting how to get a success in cat first. That is true with 100 ranks or below 100 ranks or above 100 ranks or within 500 ranks. And you also select a even an institution where you are going to have a proper education for to realize your dreams. So our total resources will be put into the force to get that fruit, one fruit. So that super specialization we achieve out of putting our continuous total resources into getting that goal. So this is realizing. Once we realize it, then we are successful. Then we start our career in the domains what we prefer to, and then again only this is not sufficient. Once we enter into the real life, this is only after, this is prior to education, means right from the childhood to graduate. Then these are all the factors which influence you to get into the right career. But after coming into the real life, there are some other components which really make you difficult to achieve them. So if you are not, even during this planning of your career, even factors which influence your career, they need these points which need to be properly utilized, properly even make use of your resources and time and whatever whatnot. So this is what where you need to think about. Here, important components for achieving the goal is, first one is proper planning of time. The most important and most quite scarce resource is time for everyone's life. We have a limited life of 60 years, 70 years, 80 years, 90 years of life. So you always lose 21, 22 years while during studies only. So these 22 years are precious to absorb the knowledge. So once you absorb the knowledge, then next 20 years, 30 years or 40 years is for utilizing your knowledge to get it done for the betterment of society as well as betterment of yourself. So this planning of time, even during your course of activities, during your first year of job and 15 years of education, whatever be the time you take it. So anything which are going to be, everything is falls under this time scarcity. So every minute what we use should be towards our progress, our reach achieving the goal. So first we have to think about our time, then rest of the things will follow. Time is more than money. Money is very small thing before the time. So if you save time and if you use the time effectively and to create more even resources or more wealth, then it is the right way of progressing, or it is the right way of creating one's career for the success. And second point is proper associations in line with the goal. What happens when we go to BTech class, first year, first day, when we go into the class, if I am a little bit interested in fightings and all, I will see that out of 60 people, 70 people, I look at those people who are matching with my frequency, those people who wanted to have a leadership, who wanted to have some aggressiveness. So those people will be my friends. I don't get a friend with studious nature or very soft fellow. I don't get them to be my friends. So the associations also should fall in line with your goal. If you want to become a leader, you need to have a dynamic people around you. You need to have a people who can really help you to support you in every area, even financially or by muscle or money, whatever be the way. So if you want to become a professor, you need to have a studious people who can discuss and engage you in knowledge increase. So these are the associations we need to make when we wanted to, we have a planning of achieving some goal in our career. So this is associations are going to, even you meet whoever you are going to meet, those should be in association with your goal. So otherwise we cannot get the, this is because when you meet unnecessary person, you lose your time. Time is one of the precious and most important factor or scarce factor in your life. So that's why you should have a proper associations in line with your goal so that you do not waste your time. Again, here time is a predominant factor which is going to influence your career. And third one is effort to gain exposure to understand the skills required in the domain we prefer to build career. When we study our graduation, we do not concentrate on accruing the knowledge. What happens when we do that? We are going to be just casual enough about our education. We study for the marks more than the knowledge. So this is not going to help in our real life. Real life needs physical implementable knowledge, whereas whatever you studied, that should be implemented in real life. That is not going to happen. So effort to gain exposure to understand the skills. So once you decide to go for a certain profession, you should first, you have to expose into the skills which you need to go and get success in that profession or that preferred career. So this is the one of the area where we should start thinking from intermediate onwards, not after that. So every minute is going to be spent very carefully. If you even plan to go into a higher level, even though you score well in BTech and you have a good knowledge in BTech, you really put sincere effort. There, the organization to organization skill sets differs. And if you are working in a production line, you are not, you need not have a great skills in even material, even design of a equipment or its components which affects its performance. But when you go for a R&D engineer, then you should understand total process, understand the process impact on your design, and you should know how to design a system with maximum performance. So with lower cost, these are the other factors. So the skill levels for a same engineer as a production engineer or else maintenance engineer are different from a R&D engineer. And project engineer roles are different and project engineer, design engineer roles are different. So basing on the role, the skill levels also differs. So we have to always upgrade our skills, build our skills and expose to the real-time applications, real-time situations, whereby our knowledge we should use our knowledge to improve our skill set, and we have to gain to a certain position where we are thinking about gaining it. So these are a few areas where we really look into build our career through. So another component is continuous practice and theoretical understanding of concept to visualize the realities of the subject through practice. Recently, I had been to discussion with one 10th class girl. I was asking her, what is the difference between between speed, velocity and acceleration? So she was just wanted to give the its only definition of that, or else she was just mumming, I don't know, sir, I don't know, uncle, I don't know, Baba, she was telling me. She's my relative. So it's a small difference. It's a small difference. It need to be understood at only school level. So the theoretical understanding is very essential to convert it into the practice. So until you have a visualization of theory into practice, we cannot become a successful individual in our life. Even in a political life, only theory part in political science, if you study and if you understand only theories, you do not understand the practice of the theory, you don't become a good leader, good critic for political issues or something like. So the theoretical understanding is very important. If a mason, you say, when I was talking about labor, right? That labor, if he do not have a understanding of theoretical understanding of mixing of cement and sand, he doesn't become a good practice, he do not become a good mason tomorrow. So if he starts understanding the theory behind that and understanding of practice, how it will be mixed, then he can become a good mason tomorrow. So these will happen when you practice whatever you learn. So the environment should support you, and you should have a zeal to learn it, and you should put your penny, every minute for that. Then you can get into that. So this is one of the other area where one other component which really benefit you to achieving the goal. And another one is rectifying and modifying the defects in your skill and concepts on continuous basis. We believe something, we do something. So when we believe something and we start doing it, it is not matching with our practice. So this is called our difference of our perception on one issue, and this is the difference of our perception which impacts our skills, our performance. So these always need to be modify ourselves with the facts and figures, and we have to develop ourselves for getting to that real position. So in this, the career, what I mean always, is not only engineering, medicine, collector, and all. The career is different from for everyone. So if I feel sports is my career, always it's my career. I start thinking about it right from the childhood to become a very good sportsman, international sportsman. So the transformation always happens when you start thinking every minute about it, and every food what you eat should work for it, and every minute what you think should work for it. So these are the few things which impact our development in the career. So these are the few things about basic concepts of introduction about career. And there are two videos, YouTube videos. I will refer to them, sir. One is this YouTube video. I think I have to copy and paste, right? This, how can I do it? This, how can I run this, sir? Maheepathi, sir? So some of the people, example for our success is Abdul Kalam. He is from Rameshwaram, very small village, and he became so great scientist in Indian history. And till death, he has become a great individual also, with your character, with his character, with his workmanship. And this is the progression where we can see the real life of a career in the life of Abdul Kalam. And next one is G. Pulla Reddy. I adore him a lot because he was fifth standard person, and he started his selling of sweets only in the villages on a bicycle, and he started his chain of sweet houses all over world, and he is more successful in his area, and he is really a great personality. He even not only looked at his success towards his money making, he contributed to the society, like establishing NGOs like Vision 2020, and he started his, because he was very bad in his education. He was suffered because of education. He started his institutions as one of the premier institutions in the world, in the India, and now G. Pulla Reddy College, Narayanamma College, and schools. He is doing charity a lot in his during his. He was doing it in his lifetime. And Narendra Modi is another one who started his career with Chaiwala. And now there are many more. Mahatma Gandhi, we need not say about him. So these are the few things which few people who are really great enough, and they achieved their goals, and they are really successful in their career. So with this, I wanted to close the my presentation, sir. This is only 30 minutes presentation.
Thank you so much, sir. Now you
Yeah.
made know what career and how they need to, as you said that rightly, that it's only an introduction. So based upon these inputs which are given, I hope that the people who are watching on YouTube will try to make their life better and make their career happier. Thank you, Pradeep Kumar sir, for your time and sharing your knowledge and this Maheepathi talk. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
very
much.
much, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Right, sir.